Okay, in theory, I should be live. um, Let me tell people that I am live real quick. If YouTube would tell me that I'm live. I hate it when it just doesn't show up for no reason. Let me check on my phone. Maybe it's because I'm on my desktop. It's not appearing. Why? What the heck? Okay. YouTube Studio says I'm streaming, but I can't actually see the stream anywhere, which is strange. There we go. Let me remember how to do this. If I could actually press the right button. I swear I know what I'm doing. It's been like 2 weeks. Welcome to Deuterium Oxide and F stapled, I think is that. Let me post this in my notifications channel on my Discord. Okay. Hello, Ali Nori, I think. Again, please correct me if I'm saying any of these names horribly, terribly wrong. The plan for today's stream is to grab the gold pine resin from the berg and then go kill the gaping dragon after cutting off the tail. So I can use those souls to get the strength requirement. Chances are that won't actually get me to the strength requirement because I think you need like 34 to two-hand the Dragon King Greataxe. So I'll go kill Havel and probably the Black Knight on the way to get just enough souls. And we'll go from there. I upgrades with dragon scales, which are annoying to get. I think I'm gonna collect the one in Blighttown, the 3 in in Ash Lake, and then the one from the egg vermifuge trade. And hopefully, and then I'll probably just dupe the rest actually, because otherwise it's just kind of grinding. Hopefully Ash Lake doesn't take me too terribly long to get down into and everything. Hello, Lamb. Welcome. I'll probably... Well, I don't know. We'll see. I know I can grab the Greataxe on the way, and the requirement for that is slightly lower than the Dragon King Greataxe. But I don't know how much of a difference that'll make as opposed to the Bandit Axe when I'm basically only killing Havel and the Black Knight with it. But we'll see. I'll probably just grab it, because why not? Welcome, Cassie. Hopefully your YouTube continues to work. Yeah, I know... What, is Greataxe 34? I thought it was like 32. I don't know. I thought it was slightly lower than the two-handed requirement for the Dragon King Greataxe. I don't know, I'm kind of worried about the Gaping Dragon fight. It's just a Gaping Dragon, so it should be easy, in theory. But there's also a chance that I mess up, and then I'll have to do the whole depths clip and everything again, which probably just back up my save right outside the arena, for brevity's sake. Yeah, the Dragon King Greataxe is 34 for two-hand, that is correct. But the Greataxe specifically, the normal Greataxe, I think is 30 or 32 or something. I don't remember. I know it's lower than the two-handed requirement for the Dragon King Greataxe. While I'm here... I'm not sure what the best way to go about this is, actually. I'm going to level up my strength a little bit. 2 levels or whatever. I could, like, kill Petrus for a couple more levels, but I don't think that would be that impactful. Oh, you know... Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go straight to the depths and get the pines and everything. Gaping Dragon? I hardly know her. I think my character name is Gaping 2.0. That's the theme I go with when I'm using a boss weapon. I'll just do the boss name 2.0. And I think Gaping 2.0 is the funniest so far. I mean, you know... Fister Sister notwithstanding. Maybe I should do a full playthrough with that weapon, actually, and see how usable it actually is, instead of just doing a stream where I skip half the game. That sounds not fun, though. And I feel like the Ghost Blade is probably worse anyway, and I already have a playthrough that's almost done with the game with the Ghost Blade. I don't know. I'd probably have to glass cannon with the Jesus. Why can't I think of the name? The Dragon Bone Fist. I know what I'm talking about, I swear. I think the gold pine resin, yeah, okay. I was confusing myself, mixing up the location of the gold pine resin and the black fire bombs, but I know where I'm going. I only have like 800 something hours in this game. It's fine. If not more, I'm not actually sure. As I'm getting obliterated by hollows. The wyvern? Run through where fast enough? I'm confused. I should heal. I should not let hubris get the best of me. Put that on there. Welcome, Styro Dot. Yes, hopefully the big axe will be, or will live up to the hype. I know for sure that it's good, and I like it. And I've used it before, but that's been a long time, and I don't remember how good it actually is, but I do really like the R2 with the big explosion. The Hellkite Drake does have collision all over its body. I know that specifically because, whoops, you can actually get stuck on the tail while trying to run past it after it jumps down. What the heck? Jump from there. No? Are you kidding me? Not even like a glitch, just a minor skip, and I can't even do this correctly. I didn't forget caffeine today. There we go. Jeez. Yeah, I did the gaping dragon fight. What the heck did I just get hit by? What in the world? Where did you come from? What? I've never seen that before. Oh, yeah, yeah, you can just run past Calamite on the bridge. I see what you mean. Or, yeah, it does stagger you. I think there's a way to avoid it staggering you. You might be able to roll it. I'm not sure. But yeah, you can definitely just run under him. I thought you were talking about, like, as an actual enemy, not as a set piece. I think that's what was confusing me. Okay, so if we come here, we can actually grab the Greataxe through the wall. I have no idea where the Greataxe actually is, so I don't know where I'm grabbing that from. But there is a Greataxe there. And I want to take out the channeler just for safety. Oh my god. I'm gonna die to a giant rat, I swear to god. No. No dying to giant rats. God, I'm gonna be so disappointed in myself if I die to the gaping dragon. What? Why aren't you aggroed? Not both of them. I hate how far they jump. And that hitbox too, jeez. Okay, gotta be a little bit careful. There we go. Yeah, true. Everyone does love a giant flying lizard set piece. As long as it's not the... Or as long as it's not 1-2 in Demon Souls. That's really annoying. I wanted to get away from the rat boxes. Preferably. No, the rat box. Get away. I don't want to be poisoned. Oh my god. Okay, well the channeler's dead, so if I have to do the clip again, might be worth it to just do the clip again and not fight the rats. Yeah. Is it worth spending the humanity to heal? I don't think it is. I'm just gonna come back. Hopefully, it doesn't take me forever to especially, hopefully, a random hollow doesn't appear out of nowhere for some reason that I've never seen before. Oh my god. I still have no idea where that hollow came from. I guess I've never, like, started running through the area, but, like, it dropped down? And I don't know where that specific hollow could have came from. Oops. Because, like, it obviously wasn't one of these. I killed them as I went through, and it was one of the pink ones, so. Rat box upon me. Like, I assume it, I thought it was one of them, but, like, again, it was up here. Maybe it, like, climbed up and then got confused because, I don't know. I don't know why it would have aggroed. That doesn't make sense. Oops, that. It's not good. This is probably the hardest part of the glitch. But it's not too hard once you know where to land. I can just head straight down to the dragon. The easiest way to do that, I think, is to just run up past the dogs, past the large ember, and down into the butcher pit. That's the way I usually go. Because you have to deal with the least amount of maze that way. But there might be a faster way. Or even easier way. If you don't do that. But I mean, any avoiding the giant rats is good in my eyes. Plus, this way we get to do the cool slide, which is objectively better. I've done that glitch a lot. It's probably my most performed glitch in Dark Souls, just because getting the large ember before fighting Capra is fun. Thank you, Alex. Not a man, but I do really appreciate the sentiment, and I completely understand why you would think that. Don't worry, no hard feelings. I'm trying to think of a glitch that I've done more. I mean, duping, obviously. Prompt swap. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty sure. Depth skip clip, whatever, is probably the one I've done most. On top of, like, going that way to break Capra Demon. Oop, pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. There we go. The dog. I hate when it does this. Go away. That might be worse. Why would you want to go down the poop slide? Because it's fun. You're telling me this isn't the most entertaining thing in Dark Souls? Also, I think the dog is stuck at the top of the slide, which is really funny. You don't know if this run is going to be possible. One of the best boss weapons in the game. Is it better than Dark Souls 3 teleporting dogs? I don't know. Dark Souls 3 dogs, I feel like aren't that bad once you well, okay, except for the ones in... backing up my save real quick. Where's the... Why can't I think? Irithyll. The ones in Irithyll are really annoying. But otherwise... I don't know. Dark Souls 3 dogs aren't that bad. Okay, I'm hoping to do this first try, but just in case. That's a very long run back. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the charge, and then run behind it. Yeah, throw in a fine resin and get to wagon. Hopefully, this should come off pretty quickly. Come back. Come back. Why is its tail going so high? It's really annoying. I don't know where on the tail I need to attack. Okay, that's a very good attack weapon. I don't know if this is actually counting towards tail damage. I hope it is. Good. Okay. Gaping bad dragon. Yeah. Okay, whatever. It's 500? Okay, so that means I definitely wasn't hitting where I needed to. This should be good though. Yeah, there it is. That's so much easier with the lightning pine resin. Do not do this without the lightning pine resin, jeez. This way you can completely obliterate it. No way I'm doing this whole fight without pine resin. The whole rest of the fight, I suppose. Okay. I'd hope if I... Oh, of course. Oh, thank you so much, Krista. I really appreciate that. Wait. I should probably run after one swing. It took so long to run it. I don't know when the actual damage hitbox ends with the charge, but I prefer to play it safe, I think. Oh my god. I don't even remember what that attack does. Does it do, like, durability damage, or does it do actual damage? Okay. Cool. Oops. We're fine. Oh my god, Krista, thank you. Jesus. I really appreciate that. That's so much. Okay, it does some actual damage. I'm pretty sure it does equipment damage. I'm not positive. Thank you, Krista. Again, I really, really appreciate that. Oh, I forgot I probably could have just Dark Signed out. Okay, and we're back. Because Dark Souls takes a second to actually give you boss souls, you can actually Dark Sign out before it gives you the souls, and you'll actually keep the souls despite using the Dark Sign. So I could have done that, but... do I think Dark Souls is infinitely replayable? It depends on what you mean, but no. There are a finite number of things that you can do in Dark Souls, and as such, I don't think it's technically infinitely replayable because of how much there is. For me, it is effectively infinitely replayable, especially once you start considering like randomizers and mods and stuff. So like it really just kind of depends. Yeah, not infinite, but pretty dang close, exactly. I think I'm gonna kill Havel first. And then run up to Andre. I would kill the undead dragon here, but that is not bad. Yeah, a good couple thousand hours. I think Lobo said he has over 10,000 hours in the game a few years ago. So, like, definitely a lot of replayability. I'd maybe in my lifetime, but it won't be a very long time until I am personally bored of Dark Souls, just because of autism. And this is definitely one of, if not my biggest special interest. And like it being my job kind of changes my relationship to it a little bit, but I don't know, I very much enjoy this game, and I don't think I'll stop enjoying this game for quite a while. Even when I run out of content to make on it or whatever, I could always just do randomizers or whatever. Maybe revisit some challenge runs that I didn't particularly enjoy doing the first time around, or eventually punch Gwyn to death over an hour and a half. The relation between Dark Souls and autism is that I have autism, and Dark Souls is my special interest. It's one of the things that I am like super, super, like, I love it. And my autism has latched onto it as a source of a lot of different things. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. If you don't have autism or ADHD or whatever, it's hard to explain a fixation like that. But yeah, autism makes me like Dark Souls more effectively. Ouchie. Stop it! Mid-rolling sucks. Oh, I guess I could just jump attack him without, or from inside the enemy diagonal wall. Or I could parry. Be cool. I'm good at the video game. Sonic is also another interest for me. Tetris. Video games generally are definitely like a special interest for me. I've always been interested in game development and just like doing stuff involving video games generally. The history and basically everything surrounding video games I really, really enjoy. But yeah. Oh, and also, I'm sure it's in my brain somewhere, Jewish mythology, because I was Christian for a good chunk of my life. And like seeing it from the outside completely reframed it and made it really interesting to me. It was more of an ADHD, like hyperfixation, but I'm still very interested in it and still go back to it pretty frequently. The Dark Souls Super Mario 64 ROM I made, I put so little work into that. The other person pretty much made that. All I did was do the roll, and even then, like, they added the UI and everything. But yeah, so I might, but I don't know. There were a lot of people who did Dark Souls ROM hacks for that competition that I did that in, though. Astrophysics is your ADHD fixation? Anthony, thank you. I really appreciate that. I don't know. I don't know how to show gratitude. Oh, he's doing the thing. He didn't do the thing? I don't know if that's obvious, but I'm really not good at showing gratitude. But like genuinely, it does mean so much when people donate even a tiny bit of money. Like, I don't know. I'm just playing a video game. So I feel like I don't deserve any of it. But yeah, my ADHD hyperfixations feel like they change every week or two. One of the longest lasting ones was Warframe. That was like a month and a half, 2 months or something like that. But yeah, like it's the way autism affects how I view, this isn't where I want to go, view things and how I interact with interests and stuff. And ADHD is just, I think, is really interesting to look into, but and to like explain as well. I really like trying to explain how my brain works, because I feel like it's important to understand that different people perceive things and whatever differently, and that like can really contribute to a more accepting environment and everything. I just drink a glass of milk. I don't know. Like I said though, like I just play video games. I play Dark Souls over and over, and some of it takes effort, sure. The editing and writing takes quite a bit of effort and everything. But like, I don't know. I'm just doing this for free. Watching my videos will get me ad revenue too. So I don't know. It just feels like a lot, and I really do appreciate it. That was a one shot? Cool. So what I did to figure out if I had ADHD and autism specifically, I read the DSM-5. I didn't like read it word for word, but I read some different summaries and watched a couple YouTube videos. I watched other people, or I directly talked to people with ADHD and autism, and watch videos about people talking about their experiences with them. And eventually realized that, oh, hey, I relate to pretty much all of this, or at least a lot of it, and I think it's most likely that I have autism. And as time has gone on, that has just become more and more like, oh yeah, I definitely have autism. The only math that I've ever actually been interested in was so that I could learn to make games. Like, quaternions are so stupid. But that's like the only math that I've ever been like, oh, this is cool and interesting and I want to learn it. And eventually I got my head around it, and then I completely forgot. I have not used any math in a very long time, and I am terrible at math right now. Fantasy dwarfs is a funny hyperfixation. I don't mean that in an offensive way. I'm sorry if it comes off that way. I just think that's very silly. I will do dragon scales once I get the 5 that don't take any grinding or killing. Yeah, just watching, like, I know it's a stereotype, but originally my inkling that I might have autism came from TikTok. And it's not like TikTok made me claim I have autism or whatever. It just genuinely got me curious if I might have it, because that would have explained a lot of what was going on in my mind and how I reacted to things and whatever. And so I was genuinely just curious, and then I started looking into it from there. Which, I mean, self-diagnosis is incredibly valid and should be taken more seriously, I think. But obviously with the caveat that, oh, hey, I relate to this autistic person isn't self-diagnosis. But I feel like that goes without saying, to be honest. Statistical analyses for fun. The axe is so crusty. It is pretty crusty, yeah. Oh my god. Mid-roll. Stop. To be fair, I didn't rip it off of a dragon's body, so, like, kind of makes sense. Alright, gargoyle should be easy. Even with mid-roll, I do quite a bit of damage. Different autistic people have different experiences with, like, masking. There are a lot of high masking autistic people. There are a lot of people, I assume, who just straight up don't know they have autism because they're, like, I don't want to say good at masking it, but, like, they have learned to mask it through their whole life. Can you stop moving so much, please? They've learned to mask it their whole life so that when they see, you know, actual symptoms, they don't actually attribute them to that to themselves because they've learned to work around it or whatever. Anyway, I wanted to use this weapon because the R2 is funny. The whole huge explosion thing. Physics is kind of chill. Yeah, I feel like the dragon that I ripped the tail off of being a bad dragon does make even more sense that it's crusty. What bones these dragon weapons come from? They're usually tail bones, I assume. Are they bones? They're usually just tails, right? Obsidian greatsword. The Drake sword. What is it? The dragon greatsword or whatever? When you get from the ancient dragon. Dragon jokes physically hurt you. Bad Dragon is a brand of adult toys that are not humanoid. Anthony, didn't you take the Radzar and get like 20 or whatever, like a super low score? Like, before you had taken that, it wouldn't have surprised me if you were autistic, but I don't know. After that, like, it I don't think it would make sense if you got it. 202. I think I got like 180 something. I don't know. Mine was pretty high too. Yeah, autistic friends diagnosing you is probably the most reliable way to be diagnosed. The Rad's R is relatively accurate. Like, obviously, you shouldn't use it as your only source of information or whatever. But if you take it and get a high score, it's, like, definitely worth looking into if you have autism. And if you get a low score, it's like, probably not. Super expensive collectible dragon figures. Close enough. I want to go kill Latrex for the Ring of Favor and Protection. I should buy repair powder. Does Andre sell repair powder, or is that the female undead merchant? I don't remember where to get repair powder, actually. But I want to use the R2. Okay, I don't think he sells repair powder at the least. I don't know. I feel like a significant portion of my viewer base, if not pretty much the whole thing, is at least neurodivergent in some way. And it wouldn't surprise me if the vast majority was autistic. Or at least ADHD. Oops. Should probably actually glance at the game instead of just staring at chat the whole time. Just the male undead merchant. Yeah, change, especially to like pre-established plans, is one of the things that I think affects most autistic people, but not every trait will affect every... there are no traits that affect every autistic person, as far as I know. So it's very, like, individualized in that way, because, you know, it is a spectrum. It's autism spectrum disorder. Okay. I'm gonna go down to Blighttown first, just so I can get the dragon scales. God, I'm gonna have to... Oops. I'm gonna have to climb up out of Blighttown, because I don't want to run all the way down to Ash Lake without the Blighttown bonfire, at least. Wow, that was the hardest slot track fight I've ever had. Mostly because I didn't kick him off the cliff. Hopefully this will be a fast roll. Yeah, nice. Glad I don't have to level up endurance right now. Yeah, autism is a bunch of different stuff. Liking Dark Souls just means you are neurodivergent. That's the quickest test there is. Do you like Dark Souls? Yeah, okay, you're neurodivergent in some way. Okay. I'm thinking... I thought it would be funny to kill the Gaping Dragon with its own tail, but I also didn't want to dupe souls for the requirement, and killing him was the easiest way to get the souls for the requirement. So it's like... as far as I know, though, also ADHD and autism share a lot of traits. So having both, they're also comorbid, which I think we've had the discussion that medical language is unnecessarily negative. So like saying comorbid doesn't mean that they're necessarily negative. Like, especially with autism, I don't think autism is necessarily a negative thing. It's mostly considered a disorder because of how it affects people, like in terms of society. And I say that, but like within society, the I can't think of the word. The accommodations are just so little. So it makes living normally as an artistic person significantly harder than it would be as a neurotypical person, which is like the main reason it's considered bad. Hello. God, I should have remembered how to pronounce her name. Sir or Sarah? One of those two. I wouldn't say early favor and protection is always good. I would argue that it's mostly useful for strength builds, if that. If Havel's Ring doesn't give you fast roll anyway. Like, I don't know. It's fine. Okay, I want to get this bonfire just so I don't have to come all the way back down to Blighttown. if you are autistic, again, it's a very individualized thing. Nothing that I say will definitely for sure apply to you. But the best advice that I can give is to figure out what symptoms you have. Like, I don't know. One big thing for me was I stim, right? And I didn't know. Oh yeah, Anthony, I completely saw that and I completely forgot to thank you for upgrading your membership. Jeez. Anyway, I stim a lot and I didn't know that I was stimming. I didn't know what it was. I just like felt urges to do motions, right? But I would mask it. And forcing yourself to not stim is definitely a negative on your mental health. So just like understanding that that was an artistic thing and it wasn't like a, oh, I'm immature if I do this sort of thing, and just letting myself stim was extremely helpful. And that goes for a lot of the symptoms, like recognizing that they're not signs of immaturity or whatever, and getting rid of the stigma for those symptoms for yourself was a huge, huge help for me. I do not want to die in the Great Hollow. I'd be incredibly disappointed in myself. I mean, I guess that's why. Or one of the reasons many times at such early levels. I'm not super concerned about, like, dying in Ash Lake to anything aside from the Black Hydra. And even then, just quitting out should remove that threat entirely after the jump. I don't remember where to go. I think I remember where to go. I think there's a dragon scale, like, to the left of the entrance of Ash Lake. Like, right next to the Black Hydra, which is probably the most dangerous to get. But it shouldn't be too bad. And then there's the one that's, like, in the tree. But... there's one in the log. There's one... I think there's one next to the Black Hydra. There's one in the tree. And I think there's one next to a clan? But I think there's only 3. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Everything's fine. Okay, yeah. To answer the question for anyone who might not know, a stim is like a generally repetitive action that you do to, or like a... I'm trying to think of examples. Like tapping can be a stim, right? Like if you, or one I do a lot is bounce my leg. It's generally, I think it has to do with like your brain wanting an outlet. Oh my god, I'm gonna die to the mushrooms. Wanting an outlet to like stabilize your mental state. Fidgeting can be stimming a lot of the time as well. Stuff like that. Yeah, being told to not stim is extremely harmful to mental state. Trying to catch up on chat a little bit because I wasn't looking at all while running down the Great Hollow. Hi Vivi, welcome. Stim toys? Like, you mean like fidget toys? One of my favorites is, I think it's called an Ono roller. Markiplier covered it in his fidget toy video as like his favorite. But it's just this thing that you like rotate in your hand and it's really, really nice. Well, that's the thing. I'm not resting down here because I want to just be able to work back out. I think this is a dragon scale. Okay, yes. So coming here was necessary. We're fine. It's fine. I think Dark Souls 2 is probably the most replayable of the trilogy, arguably of the series. I think it's more replayable for me than Elden Ring, just because I like the build variety in Dark Souls 2 more, just because in Elden Ring a lot of the builds that you can use are just worse, and that's not necessarily true of Dark Souls 2. But I just prefer Dark Souls 1. And like, I really, really like Dark Souls 2. I'm not dogging on it or whatever. But autism. I just like Dark Souls 1. Yeah, stim as in stimulation. You're stimulating your brain. And I think, I don't know, it does have to do with stimulation, even if that's not what it actually stands for. Okay, I'm gonna do the jump. Oh my god, I wanted to jump so I could keep moving forward and the clam wouldn't obliterate me, but I guess it worked out fine. Touching smooth polished nails to your lips. I think I did that a little bit, but didn't want to ruin the nail polish, so stopped. But I understand what you mean. That is a very nice feeling. And stims are distinctly different from ticks as well. I feel like that's a pretty important distinction to make. Where's the dragon scale in here? Is there a dragon scale in here? Question mark? Excuse me. Oh my god, I'm gonna get cursed. That's so awesome. I'm just gonna dupe the rest of the scales. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Ugh. I should have just done a rolling attack or something. Bagels. I start shaking my head out of nowhere and can't stop. It sucks. Gives me a really bad headache when I do it. Anthony, don't you have pica? Question mark? Or is that just a stem? How does that work? Maybe it's like a... I don't know. I'm not going to say anything that's like, oh, it might be this, because I could just be completely wrong and I don't want to spread misinformation about something sensitive on the internet. Something that's not, especially something that's not like easily verifiable. Oh, okay, we're back. The stream is cutting out, so it might not be your internet, it might just be mine. Well, paper clips are yummy. Why does it keep disconnecting? Okay, it's almost definitely my stream, or my internet, that's the issue, and not yours. Paper clips do taste good. Does it have to do with like the feeling of like the metal on your teeth? Okay. I have no idea how much durability that takes, actually. I should be more careful. Even though it's really cool. Oh god. Imagine dying to that. Being the first person in the entire world to ever die to that attack. It's the taste? Interesting. I wouldn't think that paper clips would have a distinct taste. Like, I guess the metal that they're made of. I don't know if they're made of anything special outside of just like the type of metal. Really? It's just Quaylag. I swear to god, if I die to Quaylag. If I die to the poison. If I die to the lava. I just don't want to die to Quaylag. Posted a video of himself eating Febreze. What was that company? Wasn't there a company that like you messaged as a joke and then they ended up messaging you back? Because you ate their product that is very explicitly not edible? Glade. Yeah. I'm gonna go do Ceaseless now, I guess. I wonder if metal flavor is actually flavor or just like a chemical reaction caused by the metal. Like with how the copper smell isn't actually the copper being volatile. It's literally just the chemical reaction of your skin oil on the copper. It is a chemical reaction. That makes sense. Well, yeah, all flavors, but like salt, right, is ions, and the way that your brain perceives that, or like Well, there's a specific difference. Is what I'm trying to say. It's not literally the taste of the metal. It's the taste that the metal creates when it specifically touches your tongue. Have a good day, Vivi. Thank you for joining while you could. Can I drink alcohol? I can drink alcohol. I'm 22. Or I can legally drink alcohol, I suppose. Take a shot for every hit I take. I do kind of eventually want to do a drunk Dark Souls stream, because I think that'd be funny. But based on me and my audience, I don't think YouTube is the place to do that. I don't know, maybe that's something I could do on like Discord or whatever, as an 18+ only thing. 21 in a couple days. Be careful. Don't drink half a bottle of schnapps like I did the first time you drank. Well, I guess you probably drank before, huh? Why is that scary? Yeah, Fen, that's exactly why I would want it to specifically be an 18+ thing that would very much not be suitable for YouTube. Join in and get drunk and watch the Drunk Dark Souls stream. Don't want alcoholism. Yeah, I understand that. I don't know. Would the coping strategies that you work, or that work for you for Pika, also work with something like that? Like not getting alcoholism? Unfortunately, yes, YouTube is weak. Is it worth getting more strength, actually? It might not be. Because, like, if I have the requirement, I'm already over the soft cap when two-handing. And it's not like, well, I do want to be able to parry frequent, I guess. I don't know. I'll probably make, like, a community announcement or whatever. That could be a fun, like, 10,000 subscriber thing, actually. Because, what, it's 3,000 subscribers away? Jesus Christ, that's so many people. 7,000 people have specifically decided that they enjoy my content enough to watch more. That's so many people. Well, there's the 10,000 subscriber special idea. I'll stream it on Discord and then, like, edit it down or something. Bot accounts. I'm not sure how like Discord streaming will work, but I guess I could just stream it to a Discord channel and then have people talk in like a Discord text channel and then record it separately with OBS. Go from there. How many streams have you been here for without subscribing? That's really funny, actually. I very often, both because I don't usually get the opportunity, drinking, you know, just by myself, whatever, doesn't seem super enjoyable. Getting alcohol isn't super difficult, but it's not something that I want to go out of my way for. So it's like sober most of the time. I drink maybe once a month. Yeah, 10,000 is so many people. It's absurd. Bots on thousands of hours of autistic people. Doing what? Just being in their brain. Yeah, well, I mean, my thought was that voice chats on Discord have like a built-in text chat specifically for that voice chat now. But if it's easier, I could actually just create a stream chat thing. What's because of you most of the time? Drinking? Yeah, true. Of the 5 times I've drank? I don't know. It hasn't been that many, but I guess I I don't know how many times there's been. A good chunk of them have been because of you. Thank you for joining. Okay, are we back? Is the stream connected? Thank you for joining while you could, Anthony. I hope you enjoyed your time. I need to get a purging stone. Pattern. Why does it keep disconnecting? What the heck? I don't know. I wouldn't say you're a bad influence, if only because I have better self-control. I mean, whenever you drink, I'll usually take a sip, but not usually more than that. Oops. I mean, depending on how old you are and how long it takes to get to 10,000 subscribers, you might still be able to join. Unless well, actually, I was gonna say unless I get another video that pops off as much as Unremarkable and Odd Places did, but kind of a special case. And I also only got, I also got like, I think 1,000 subscribers for that. So I would need 3 more of those, which is absurd. That is, I was gonna say it's my most viewed video by far, and I guess that is true because it's 20,000 more views than my second most viewed. But I forgot that the DPS video did so well. I still don't understand why. That wasn't a good video. Oops. Yeah, low alcohol tolerance is really puts a damper on drinking, especially when you already don't like the effects of alcohol and stuff. Yeah, the JK Leads one, I think, has actually gotten more views this week than the video I uploaded this week. Which I think is funny. Is it 10,000 for a purging stone? 6,000. Okay, that's fine. In the next 2 days. Well, happy early birthday, I guess. Less than 2 years? Ah, darn. Hopefully it takes less than 2 years to get to 10,000, but YouTube is fickle. I think at the pace that I'm going now, I've gotten... I don't know, I don't memorize these numbers, but I don't think it'll take that long if things keep going at this pace. Oh yeah, oh, so you're turning 18 in 2 days? Does that mean you're not in the US, I guess? YouTube, yeah, harsh mistress. Yeah, the 18 plus channels are some of the funniest and some of the most fun for different reasons channels on my server. But you know, in Australia is I assume the drinking age there is 18. Not that the same channels are the funniest and the most fun, but the different ones. Yeah, you could say that. Very strange things. God, especially when someone who isn't in the loop joins for the first time, that can be very funny. Someone said get a room in one of those channels one time. I thought that was very funny. Yeah, there's a 18 plus memes channel. There's like a general 18 plus chat. Anything goes isn't used super often, but that's there too. And then there's, you know, the NSFW picture posting channel. This is the room, yeah. Hello, Lycia. I think that's how you pronounce that. Yeah, and I had specifically said that that was the room earlier that day, I think. And then, of course, Tommy Wiseau got mentioned, because why wouldn't he? Bonk. I think the best thing, like, I know I said, I forgot to upgrade. I'll just get the cage key and come back down. I think, I know I said I really, my depth perception does not exist. I know I said that the R2 is really cool with this weapon, but just having a giant axe is funny too. That's great. Good news, I can upgrade my weapon. Hello, Ulidas? Question mark? Do I have any soul items? I don't. Never mind. I can't upgrade my weapon yet. It was like an hour before. It's funny. I have also never seen Hamilton, so I cannot comment on that. Oh yeah, true. There's that. What is it? Like large soul of a brave warrior or something? Soul of a brave warrior. The one behind the jars. Pardon me. But that's a lot of effort when I could just run up and grab the cage key, which is arguably more effort, especially since I'm not going to be coming back down through Anne Orlando. Wow. It's just Sens. I don't know. I don't think I know anyone who's seen Hamilton. But I definitely see a lot of memes about it and stuff. It's a bit roasted. Jesus. Damn, getting back shots live on stream. Getting a bit roasted on stream. Jesus. You know, usually it takes at least a little bit longer for this for that to happen. Yeah, I feel like the drunk stream will. I don't need that. We'll start off funny. I'm not gonna immediately upgrade to a +5. I'll probably. Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter because the only boss that I would be fighting before actually letting myself upgrade to a +5 is the Iron Golem. I'm just gonna dupe the dragon skills and get to a +5 as soon as I get back down to Andre. Not really any reason not to. Get spit roasted, idiot. Improving? I guess it depends on your definition of improving. I think I specifically want to, after doing the drunk stream, I want to record it separately, specifically so that I can edit it down and like censor things and upload it to YouTube. But depending on how an SFW that gets, you know. I don't know if I'll be able to censor little enough of it for it to make sense, but enough that YouTube won't destroy my channel immediately. It's not making it to YouTube. We'll see. I feel like if I'm careful about the editing and whatever, I could put an age restriction on it on YouTube as well. That's an option. Every stream we get faster. It's true. We got there pretty quickly last stream. Not the, or the, I think the one before the Velka's Rapier stream. But that stream was, the vibes were all off because I forgot my caffeine and was playing awfully the whole time. At least half of it, probably. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think that'll be a fun stream. Oh yeah, the demon's Greataxe, or the demon's spear. Jeez. Yeah, that one got. It was kind of intermittent at first. It's kind of intermittent through the whole stream. Like, it wasn't any weirder than normal, but it definitely got weird faster than normal. The opposite of immaculate. Immaculate? Using it as a word in the future. Alright. Now you gotta... Nope, okay, the stream is back. Now I gotta have really good damage instead of just good damage. I'm gonna grab this just because I'll probably need it after doing the negative quantity storage prompt swap, whatever. What, besides just being drunk, is there anything I should specifically do for that stream? Like any specific weapon I should use or whatever? Because, I don't know, a casual specific weapon or whatever. Crossbow? Demon's Greataxe mod? What's that? Also, no, not crossbow. I'm not doing that. Let's see. I know what I'm doing, I swear. Perfect. And then purchase, and then longsword. And then I learned how to do the brightness one, but I don't know the timing for this part at all. So I'm just gonna use the one that I already know really well. See, first, well, second try, I guess, technically, but still. But keep, oh, right, the Demon's Greataxe, right. I forgot about that one. I forgot about that talk we had. Okay, I need to do souls. Actually, I need to reset my quantity. Eat blue titanite chunks. Whip is pretty floppy. Wasn't it Gargoyle Tail Axe, not the Demon's Greataxe? I don't remember. Hello, Lumpy. Welcome. There we go. Demon's Greataxe. Oh, the whip is a good idea, actually. But I've kind of already done the whip. I guess I would be drunk. I don't know. Also, 10,000 per upgrade? That's pretty insane. That's a lot. Blasted Tail Axe. I don't want to use my duped souls to level. The Guardian Tail Whip to spice it up. Go straight to the DLC as early as possible. I'm sure that won't end terribly. Deprived, but with a really bad build. Okay. Welcome, Nexus. I also didn't stream for the past 2 weeks. So I don't know what the last stream you caught was, but only level 80p in Dark Souls 1. The junk stream. Drunk whip, sexy party Solaire. Well, they don't have to kill Solaire. Well, I guess I could just hack it in, actually. That would be funny. But getting the whip early on while drunk might not work pretty well. Or very well. For months? Well, there was also the month stretch that I didn't stream, so I don't know how many specifically you've missed. I don't know. I feel like it'd be best to mod the armor, and then the whip I could get on my own, because getting the whip I think is funny. Time is an illusion indeed. Level the resistance so I can handle the alcohol better. That's a great idea. No other restrictions, just only level resistance. Not ADP resistance. I don't know. Soul level 1 is pretty easy, so I feel like that's pretty easy relative to the other challenge runs I've done. So I think that is a good idea to do while drunk in terms of like good level of difficulty. But yeah, leveling resistance is really funny for that. Fall? No, no, no. And no funky iron golem switches today. Okay, I'm gonna see how much damage durability on this. 349 to oops. One that was the one, okay. 298. Or is that like 50? 51 I think. Which I assume just happened because of the first finish. Sexy party Solaire with a whip. Well, you can't do SL1 with a whip if you don't have the starting requirements, I think. But I could get based. Well, no, because whip without leveling up dexterity sucks. Like, it's really awful. Castrated goal. Raw upgrade club. Isn't the reinforced club better than a raw club? Straight sword hilt. No, thank you. Left hand whip only. No, thank you. Alright, 50 strength. I don't even know what I should level after leveling up strength. I guess I could do vitality. Unfortunately, the Isora Straight Sword cannot be infused in Dark Souls 1. Otherwise, I would absolutely do that. I need to finish that run in Dark Souls 3. Because, like, all I need to do is fight a few bosses. But yeah, unfortunately, the Isora Straight Sword cannot be infused in Dark Souls 1 because it does magic damage. Actually, I don't think it's specifically because it does magic damage, because there are some physical damage weapons, like Smooth Hammer, that you can't infuse, but unfortunately, yeah, you cannot infuse the Isora Straight Sword. Astorum. Didn't I do a stream? I did do a stream with the Isora Straight Sword, and I thought that you could buff it, and I don't know why I thought I could buff it. And that ended up being a very interesting stream. And then later, Minnow told me that they had played through with the Isora Straight Sword at some point. And Manus was pretty difficult, because they did so little damage to Manus, and they didn't use RTSR or anything. And then I wanted to see how difficult that actually was, so I started a new file, and I used cheats to get to, like, I think I got to soft caps, and teleported to Manus with the Isora Straight Sword. And I beat it first try hitless, and I felt kind of bad about that. We were talking at the time, but it was also kind of funny. Well, oh yeah, I guess so. You can only infuse weapons that upgrade with normal Titanite. I want to say that there are weapons that upgrade with Titanite that you can infuse, but I'm actually not sure. I think Lady Maria took me like 3 tries, which was cool and all. But then Orphan of Cost took me like 8 hours. And I have no idea why. I need to play Bloodborne again. I don't know why Orphan of Cost ended up being so difficult for me, especially since you can just kind of parry most of his attacks. I almost first tried Ornstein and Smo in my first playthrough of Dark Souls. But then Smo used, or Super Smo used the scoop a bunch, which was annoying and building. Your first Dark Souls playthrough, you didn't upgrade any weapons? Except for the... What? How does that even happen? This was your first Dark Souls, or this is a weapon used in your first Dark Souls playthrough? That's really cool, actually. Mine was just like the Claymore Black Knight Sword or something. I think it was Claymore, and then I used Black Knight Sword in the second half of the playthrough. Accidentally first tried Iron Golem. I know for sure I first tried Centipede Demon, I mean, because it's Centipede Demon. And for a while, that was the only Dark Souls boss I had never died to. Because, like, through several playthroughs, I didn't end up dying to it, which I was proud of. Raw Dragon Tooth. that feels like it kind of goes against the point of the Dragon Tooth. Beating Manus at all without the silver pendant is pretty impressive, let alone on your first try. Jeez. Okay. Come on. Just get your glitchy charge over with, please. Where is he? That was terrifying. Oh god. Let's see, does he stagger in one hit? No. That's a lot of damage, though. Whoa. That is a lot of damage. That was terrifying. Ouch. No, wait. Everything's fine. Come back. Okay, one more. Oh my god. I forgot that swing has a follow-up. I don't know why. I always forget that has a follow-up. Excuse me. There we go. I feel like the drunk stream is gonna go like the Velka's Rapier stream, but worse. Because instead of just for getting caffeine, I'm intentionally getting drunk. Wait, what's what I should use for the drunk stream? Oh, Dragon Tooth? Raw Dragon Tooth? I don't think that's a very good idea. No, ooh, that's fine. Good damage. I just didn't want it to break. I need to grab the repair box. Oh. I actually had the opposite experience with Ornstein and Smo. I think that's when I switched to the Black Knight Sword. I'm not actually sure. But like using slower weapons made it easier for me. Okay. Vitality, I guess. Okay. I prefer my teeth raw. No, thank you. I already have teeth problems. I'd rather let them go raw. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on what you mean by raw. I'm also American, and which is why I have teeth problems in the first place. Should I go Four Kings first? Might as well. Yeah. I can almost guarantee you that one thing that will definitely happen in the drunk stream is that I will completely forget to place the Lord Vessel. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was just my playstyle, but the slow weapons genuinely just made it so much easier for me because I didn't need to find as many openings. To find best, because like it's a really good weapon. I need to buy the repair box. I'm gonna do that before I forget. I also need the thingy, the key. Anyway, I would argue that the best strength weapon is probably like the it's in there somewhere. The Demon's Greataxe. That's the one, since it has the highest AR. But like the Great Club is also really good. Okay. Drunk stream? Yeah. That for those of you who weren't here at the time, that sounds like it's going to be my 10,000 subscriber special whenever we end up getting there. I don't know why I rested, to be honest. But 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a drunk stream, specifically in the Discord, because it'll definitely be 18 plus. And then I'll try to edit it down to make it safe for YouTube, which will be a challenge, but it's fine. I think that'll be funny. And then obviously I'll make like a community post and everything once we're getting close. Yeah, Demon's Greataxe I think has S strength scaling. But again, like the large club is close in terms of... Okay, I'm back. The Great Club is close in terms of like damage. It also does strike damage, which several bosses are weak to, as opposed to the standard damage of the Demon's Greataxe. So, Drunk Soul's Dark. Favorite weapon is his Y? Elden Ring, huh? Oh, and we're back. Because it's an ultra great sword in Elden Ring, huh? Like, I imagine the difference... Or, why are there arts that great swords can use, but not ultra great swords? What? That's kind of weird. Favorite is Uchi. The Uchi is one of my least favorite weapons. Just because the Chaos Blade is better in every way. And the Uchi Katana is pretty bad most of the time. Relative to a lot of other weapons. Not that it's bad, but it's like significantly less damage than a lot of weapons. Iaito is just a better Uchi. I haven't actually used the Iaito. Doesn't it have the same... Oops. I really like using... Or I did a playthrough of Elden Ring when the DLC came out. I did the base game with the Claymore, and that was really fun. And then I ended up using the... Especially in my second playthrough, I was playing with somebody, and we... or I ended up using the deflect tier with the Great Sword of Solitude, and that was really fun as well. I haven't used the tracers enough. I do want to do a full playthrough with them. I'll probably do that as a stream. I'll add that to my list actually. But I used them a little bit for like half a playthrough and didn't end up finishing that for whatever reason. Just in case. Greataxe Fairy Sword is fun. But again, I just prefer the Chaos Blade. Like I know it's a katana as opposed to a curved sword. But it also has like the whole chaos thing going on and all that. The Greataxe Fairy Sword is pretty fun. Oh my god. Oh right, because the toxic bloatheads or whatever, the ones that explode when you kill them, don't explode if you kill them with fire damage, right? Hey, good damage. What is that, like 4 heads? You know, I think it's telling that the stream cut out as soon as I said Chaos Blade. Or like right before I said it. I think it knew. What the? I have not been hit like that before, I don't think. Okay, 4 heads. What is the gayest weapon? That's a good question. Okay. I would say the Sunlight Straight Sword, just because Solaire uses it, and he was voted as the gayest character in Dark Souls. No, but I don't know. YouTube censoring the Chaos Blade. There we go. Easy. Thank you so much, Sid. I don't know. I feel like it also kind of depends, because as a great sword lesbian myself, I also know a lot of like I don't talk to specifically like gay men very much, but I feel like a specific subset of the culture would be different. The gayest weapon is whatever one I'm using. Or is it just you in general, whoever is playing the game? I missed. Bomb. I wonder... I feel like RTSR would be really funny with this weapon, but that's a lot of effort. Alright, now I can go up and sit. Your weapon's pan? I think so. That counts as gay. Like, it's not gay, but you know, is queer, and gay is used as a substitute for queer a lot of the time. So, like, it counts. The gayest weapon is the blowhigh. Somebody needs to mod that in over, like, the Great Club or something. Just replace the model of the Great Club with the model of a blowhigh plush. Am I human? In real life, I think so. In the game, no. I mean, I haven't used a humanity or whatever. Killing Gwendolyn with a blowhigh feels like a crime. You'd hope I am? Why? I mean, one of my pronouns is it, so does that count as human? At this point, I'm like 99% convinced that I'm Etherean too, so like human, technically. Gayest weapon is fists. It's because of Andre. Gayest weapon is MMA moves. No, Etherean. It's hard to explain, but furry but with extra steps. Not really. It's not even close to that, and that is a terrible way to describe it. But for the sake of the YouTube stream, that's all I'll say. The Dragon Bone Fist is the gayest weapon. I mean, Fister Sister is a pretty gay name. Yeah, Ethereum, I think, is a cryptocurrency. You are cryptocurrency. I'm sorry for your loss. I hope you get better soon. I can't imagine Sif will be very difficult. I'll grab the Hornet Ring just because Gwen is going to be funny. We're at max damage, huh? I was kind of hoping it'd be a little bit higher than this, but it's not terrible. At least you're not an NFT. When was Bitcoin super cheap? When did that Bitcoin purchase for a pizza happen? I don't even remember. Whenever that happened, I was definitely too young. I was like 8. But even still, I regret not buying Bitcoin, not being like, oh my god, Mom, can I have Bitcoin? Ouchie. But not let hubris get the best of me. Not at a time like this. Whoa. Come on. There we go. No! I literally can't use that against her. She's too fast. I love screwing up jump attack inputs. V-Bucks IRL. That killed me? Aww. That's so awesome. Should have bought Bitcoin instead of being in kindergarten. Very true. The weapon art is vaguely similar to the Sanctus, but you're like slamming it down. So it's like an old Roku. Dan Olson, folding ideas, right? Very, very good for the essayist. Yeah, for the essayist. Really, really good video essays. Highly recommend if you have not seen them. Just like all of them are really good. Okay. Nope, we're back. Why does it keep disconnecting today? Why is it so bad? Like I know it's bad sometimes, but like it's really bad today. Yeah, definitely do go watch Folding Ideas if you don't. my personal favorite, like I know his most popular ones are like the 2-hour ones or whatever. My personal favorite holding ideas video is the cooking shows one, just because I think that's a really good commentary. Bonk. Okay, I don't think I can use that anymore without my weapon. Get down! Hey, what do you think you're doing? Oh, come on. Oh, we're fine. Everyone's fine. That's terrifying. We're fine. Roll. Okay. Sif, please. I'm stuck. Help. Yeah, War on Nuggets. That's a really good video. Jesus. Video essays are probably some of my most watched content. Like now, more recently, I watch more gaming content. But like when I worked as a janitor, I would listen to video essays all day. I would listen to 10 hours of video essays daily, if not more, just because I would listen at faster speeds. And then, God, White Light has some really good ones. I really liked his 7-hour video on Death Stranding. It was really good. This is financial advice is also really good, yeah. Like all of them are really good, but the chicken nuggets one is definitely my favorite, just because of how much it touches on and everything. Video essays are extremely autistic content. Yeah, I like longer videos personally. I know that generally people don't necessarily prefer longer videos, so that's why I try to keep my videos on the shorter side. I don't know. I know a lot of people don't think that 20-30 minutes is short. Like I saw somebody say that a 20-minute video was a long video before, but that's just like the ideal length for me. Oh, excuse me, because I prefer long videos, obviously. But it's really, really hard to create long videos weekly, and I know a lot of people don't necessarily prefer long videos. So, yeah, 20-30 minutes generally works out. Alright, new Lando. Technology Connections is probably the most autistic content on YouTube that isn't like, oops, specifically focused on a subset of autism. Like, obviously, my content is some of the most autistic in terms of like being hyperfixating on something like Dark Souls, especially without queer and freaky. But yeah, Technology Connections is extremely artistic content. But yeah, like, I don't know, I've dabbled in making video essays and reviews and stuff, and 20 minutes is not long. It's not hard to reach that length in any format that I've personally tried. Like, obviously something like animation, that's going to take forever. 20 minutes is insanely long for like an indie animation. When it comes to video essays and stuff, like, I don't know, 20 minutes isn't insanely long. I think generally the longest part for me is the scripting, usually. Well, I don't know, the playthroughs can be longer, but like with video essay content specifically, the scripting usually takes the longest because like I have to find the idea, I need to work through it, I need to talk about every facet of the idea that I find interesting and related all to each other, and then to like the overarching theme for whatever the essay is. So it's not just like the writing, it's like everything that goes into the writing. But then, you know, my video essays don't exactly have the most intricate editing or whatever too. So thank you for joining while you could, Krista, and thank you for once again for all of the gifted memberships and everything. I really appreciate that. Have a good night. Tom Scott. I stopped watching Tom Scott, not necessarily for any particular reason. his content just became stale, I guess, because it is so professional, you know? Yeah, Tom Scott, the red shirt, yeah. Did Tom Scott? I don't know. Well, that's the thing. Like, I haven't watched his content enough to know if he did. Because I stopped watching him a while ago. I know he stopped doing, like... What was it? He did, like, weekly videos for a long time, and he stopped doing that? Was it weekly? I don't know. Again, haven't really watched him in quite a while. I think I stopped watching Tom Scott because the bite-sized facts, right, they don't relate to anything. So it's just like, this hot spring has brain-eating bacteria. It's like, oh, okay. Now what? But something like Technology Connections, obviously, his content, like, relatable to other things, and especially things that I engage with personally. Because, like, you know, I wash my clothes. I plug things into light sockets, or to outlets. I use light switches. So, oh god. That's fine. Everything's fine. Good. Welcome back, man. I feel like... I mean, I was going to say I feel like you're in class every time I stream, but I also stream at the same time on the same day, so I guess that makes sense. Yeah, the dishwasher video is pretty great. Spiritual successor to how it's made? I don't know. It's less how it's made and more like how it works or how to use it effectively. The shoe? Question mark? Oh, right, the ring. Thank you. I absolutely almost just jumped in without putting it on. Unfortunately mid-rolling, but whatever. I guess I probably shouldn't run in the complete opposite direction. No. That's so mean. Man. Okay, decent damage, but it's also slow. Putting on the Grass Crush Shield probably would have been a good idea as well. Ouch. Everything's fine. I should definitely heal, though. Perfect timing. Don't magic, please. Thank you. Ouch. What? They have a dodge? They have a dodge and I never knew? That's crazy. The more you know, I guess. It's crazy how I learn something about Dark Souls nearly every time I play it, with how much I already know and how much I've already played it. I had no idea they had a dodge animation. That's crazy. Okay. 2 down. Potentially 2 to go. Technology Connections exclusively covers his weekly hyperfixations. I mean, kinda. That is kind of like what he says he does, right? Just with less specifically neurodivergent language. Because, like, he does specifically say that, like, it's something that he's been looking into recently every time he makes a video. Welcome, I like goats. I stream most Wednesdays. I did in the past 2 weeks, once again. So there was that month stretch and then the 2-week stretch that I didn't stream because I wasn't home. But in theory, I should be home most Wednesdays. Maybe not one for early October, but I'm hoping to plan that or plan that around the Wednesday. Well, yeah, because I don't want the weapon to break, and I keep forgetting to repair it. Okay, repair. There we go, now I can actually use the cool attack. There we go. And now I can stop mid-rolling. Cool. I mean, yeah, the R2s are why I wanted to use the weapon, but I also have ADHD and forget that, so, you know. I read awnings as R-wings, and I was so confused. Like, Technology Connections made a video about Star Fox? What? Okay, Duke's Archives. Yeah, I mean, generally I tend to pay more attention to the chat than the game. That's why doing this without caffeine doesn't really work, because it's impossible for me to focus on two different things when I am full ADHD. But caffeine lets me, you know, self-medicate. That's why the Velka's Rapier stream went so poorly, and why I expect the drunk stream to go so poorly. Oh my god. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, true. Having a lot of playtime and just kind of like understanding the game at a fundamental level really helps with not having to pay a ton of attention to the game. It is also Dark Souls, but again, you know? I feel like at a certain point, you're more here for me than the game. Or specifically the way I play the game, I feel like is why a lot of people are here. It's why I'm here, because I think the way that I play the game is, and make content on the game, is unique enough to warrant me making my own videos, as opposed to my game knowledge to break the game in interesting ways, or to beat the game in interesting ways, or to use builds that seem not viable in the first place, but are actually like really good. I guess kind of similar to what Yasmania does, but for Dark Souls 1, but also not really, because I use like a lot of glitches and whatever, so I guess it's pretty different in that way. I mean, I guess Duke is Seath, right? You can read the lore on your own. I don't know the Seath lore. Yeah, the extremely sensible conversations. I don't know, I feel like if you're here mostly for the sensible conversations, you would also be primarily in the Discord. Pardon me. Excuse me. My bad. Sorry about that. Oh god. I need to be careful and not get obliterated. Yeah, I do try to make a safe space, and I'm really glad that people see it that way. Very sensible YouTube-friendly conversations, yeah. My YouTube-friendly conversations are the best parts of the stream, and consequently the best part of the Discord. Do not get greedy. To be fair, most of the Discord is normal. It's just like the 5 18+ channels that are very much not normal ever. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. My brain wants to say 60? Like 60 with a Z? Please correct me if that's wrong. But hello, welcome to the stream. Right, because Seath wanted the archive to research immortality as like part of his deal with Gwyn to teach him the dragon's weakness. We don't talk about politics or gender in that server. Like, the only pretty active person who isn't queer in some way is Luddy, and he's very sapient to that fact. Yeah, I mean, politics aren't a super common talking point, especially in the like, obviously we don't talk about politics in like the games chat or whatever, but even in general, like politics chatting is more kept to like the debate channel. Okay, do not get cursed. I have a rare ring of sacrifice and I didn't put it on. Okay, we're good. Chud speak on. But yeah, I mean, we just kind of talk about gender because we all have weird genders. As a she-it person myself. Chud water. So we were on a trip, and we passed the town of Chugwater in, was it Wyoming or something? And her and I both thought it said Chudwater. We were so confused. I rarely see the second one attack. Jeez. You do. I feel like most people have a gender. Do I support Gwyn and his views? No. Conservative battle. Yeah, that makes sense. Ouch. Pisaka is something. Tentacles, they're hot. I don't know. Yeah, supporting monarchs is kind of a negative. And also, like, what he did to his son and everything. Big no-no. And then, like, you know, committing genocide on dragons. They did a lot of not great things. Trump battler. Yucky. Oh no, please. You can't see it right now, but I'm pouting. Gwendolyn was born... So the reason Gwendolyn is feminine is because he is like... God, I forget the word they use. He's good at moon magic. And Gwen was like woman. And then Gwendolyn was like dressed and acted feminine. But basically all the item descriptions say that he was very reluctant to be a goddess and wanted to be more like his father and more in tune with the sun rather than the moon. So, yeah. Gwendolyn, despite being a boy, was assigned female at birth because of his affinity to the moon. Artemis? I have no idea what Artemis is. I assume it's... And we're reconnected. I assume that's from something that I don't know. Bad father moment. Okay, I'm just gonna get the key and run. Okay, don't just get the key and run. Got it. Jesus. Artemis is a Greek goddess. Okay. I had no idea there was any... Is there gender stuff with Artemis? What the? Why are they both aggressive? What? Why are you not just running up the ladder? I've never seen that before. Is it because I turned off the music? I have no idea. I've never seen that. Like when, instead of saying that voting for Kamala makes you a girl, he said that liking moon magic makes you, or being good at moon magic makes you a girl. Huh. I didn't know they didn't run up the ladder before aggroing if the music was off. I feel like there's a lot of like gender queer stuff when it comes to Greek mythology generally. Or Greco-Roman mythology, I suppose. Just that whole thing. Right. There we go. Now I won't die this time. Which covenant do I support? I don't think any of them, to be honest. Yeah, the Greeks were incredibly gay. Being gay was straight as long as you were the top. I mean, like, I feel like the biggest problem with the whole praising the sun angle is that Gwyn is, like, unnecessarily involved in there. You know, and Gwyn's kind of... Oh yeah, you don't meet Guinevere at all in any of the games, huh? Like, at all. Interesting. I've never even thought about that. No. A power bottom is still a bottom, right? It's not about doming or subbing. It's about topping or bottoming. So, like, a submissive top is straight, but a power bottom is gay. According to the Greeks. Yeah. Hopefully, I don't... If I die to Seath, I'm gonna actually cry. Like, I don't expect to, but that was just a possibility that popped into my mind, and I really hope it's not a premonition for being bad at the video game. I hope I didn't just suddenly become a seer for half a second. An unpowered bottom? I think that's just a subby bottom, right? Oh, hey, that staggered without actually hitting them. I didn't know that could happen. I wonder how much poise damage that does. Does that do the same amount of poise damage as a direct hit? I can't imagine it does. That channeler is the only dangerous part of the entire archives at this point. Low charge bottom. Gotta go plug myself in. Ghost? That's so messed up. I don't know if it cut out, but I said Lordren is still doing first past the post. That's stupid. But because I noticed it reconnected right after I said that. Styrodot, feel free to join the Discord and make it an air. What was the titular question? Was it the coolest? I think it's the coolest. That's why I made it the thumbnail. I think it's pretty cool. Pneumatic bottom. How hard is Dark's? Oh, how right? Yeah. It's not very true. Simone Ornstein. I don't know if I would personally call them a couple, but they were definitely in a situationship. They've definitely explored each other's bodies. But couple might be a bit. Yeah. I forget what I name my streams. It's just kind of like, what could I name this? And then I do that. I don't know. It's not even that they were like, it's not a they were roommates situation. It's that they probably hate, well, they definitely hate each other. But, you know, you get bored. I mean, I didn't try to optimize this build. I definitely could have got like RTSR and power within and stuff, but I didn't want to. I felt like this would be good enough. So this is not an optimized build in intention, or, you know, intentionally, but I feel like optimizing builds around specific weapons isn't necessarily that difficult. God, if a tail at this point would genuinely just be gender affirming care. I mean, I have 50 strength and 23 vitality. Goon mates? Yeah, that's perfect. How hard is Dark Souls? How did I not see that? That is a perfect title for their junk stream. I mean, it's not going to have a title because it's in Discord, but, you know, that's going to be the spiritual title. Goon mates. God, if I had like a foxtail, I'd be too powerful. That's why I don't have one. God knew I'd be too powerful with a foxtail. Get some tail. That's not as good damage as I was hoping. I mean, I guess that's like the exact number that I expected. But... oh yeah, I think you can like make an event in Discord or whatever. I could do that. I have so many like fox emotes and stuff on Discord. Okay, so for Seath specifically, the R2 is not great. They were best friends who shared a goon cave. Seath has like, what, 5,400 health or something? It's quite a bit. There's no way I'd be able to one-shot him with the Dragon King Greataxe. Especially when I'm not using like hyper mode and stuff. I mean, personally, being autistic and trans has made me more powerful. So... run. Secret, but you have to be 18 or older to access it. So if you want to count that as secret, but the server does definitely have a game. Call it that. I'm pretty sure that most trans people are autistic, and autistic people are more likely to be trans than neurotypical people, but not autistic trans people do exist, technically. Anything children cannot know is secret. I don't want to fight Nito. I'm gonna do a bit of chaos first. I mean, getting the role isn't too difficult. Just gotta DM me. And like, you know. They are very fun channels, I agree. God. Now that I'm thinking about those channels, I'm remembering what I posted about last weekend, and if my quality of play goes down, that's why. Bed in chaos. Yeah, the Discord has gotten a lot more active since I started doing Dark Souls content, because people like actually started joining and having things to talk about instead of just, oh hey, this random person who makes video essays every 3 years, really bad video essays every 3 years has a Discord, guess I'll join. What are we talking about? The Discord server. There's a link in the description if you are unaware. Comically horny. That's a wonderful way to describe my stream chat. Hello, Dark Queen. You joined at a wonderful time. Guess, you know what you're getting into early. I have no idea who or what Sabrina Carpenter is, personally. I really wish OBS would stop randomly disconnecting. I should change the reconnection time to like 1 second. 1 or 2 seconds instead of 3. I can't believe it was 8 seconds initially. I don't think I've ever heard... actually, that's not true. I think I've heard the name Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know... I don't know anything else, though. A teenage witch who decided to go to trade school. I see. I'll have to check it out for research purposes. She had the cat? Huh. Still not ringing any bells, unfortunately. Alright, yeah, okay, I know what I'm doing, I swear. Oh, it's a woman talking about a man? That's significantly less appealing. As a gay woman myself. Purple moss would be a waste. I'm going to a bonfire right now. You used to be comically horny? I mean, I was... The thing is, I was significantly less, actually, when I started estrogen. Like, it just... in a very, libido-full manner. I want to avoid saying the other word for that more often, or, you know, so YouTube doesn't nuke me. But like my mannerisms and stuff stayed the same. I just felt it less, and then I got on progesterone, and now I feel it about the same as before I started HRT in the first place. Grief. Oh no, that's awful. I know I'm laughing, but Jesus. We believe in you. Yeah, women talking about women is just like the peak form of horniness, in my opinion. Alright. Dang it, I just don't want to fight the Demon Fire Sage. Not because it's like hard or whatever, I just don't want to. What do you mean a bad influence? Being open about sexuality and stuff is extremely healthy. Yeah, like starting HRT can also make you a lot more comfortable with your body and your identity, which can make... Die? I don't think the Demon Fire Sage is weak to fire damage. He's just not resistant to it, because it copied the stats of the Stray Demon, basically. A gutter brain and like making jokes. I mean, that too. Yeah, being comfortable with yourself, but more importantly, not more important, sorry. Being comfortable with sexuality and more importantly yourself is very important to mental health, I think. Like, that doesn't apply for everyone, but for a significant portion of people, I think being comfortable to talk about sexuality is very important. I know it was for, you know, I mean, that changed pretty obviously. The progesterone is awesome. It made my boobs grow more, it made my libido much higher, which is great. Straight men isn't sexy. I don't know. Depends on the demographic. Just for straight women, those are just not super common here. My progesterone and estrogen aren't super expensive. Like, I'm not going through traditional healthcare because that is awful. Healthcare yet, which I absolutely need to do, but I'm not on like a healthcare plan or whatever. So the service, the hormones themselves are like $18 combined. So getting on progesterone wasn't much more expensive than getting on estrogen in the first place. Luckily, which is very nice. And I also just asked, I was like, hey, can I be on progesterone? I've heard it does these things. And they're like, yeah, it does those things. You can be on it. It's pretty great. Yeah, I'm not really sure why my internet is doing what it's doing today. It's really frustrating. Break out the Dream Theater? Is that I assume that's a prog rock band or something? You should get a lot of effects that are extremely noticeable. So they probably just straight up lied to you, to be honest. Oh my god. Why? I've never seen it use that so close. Thank you. We're doing something different, I guess. I think this is a grab attack? I think that's the grab attack. I need to get away from the lava because he's going to scoop me in if I'm not careful. Hey. Super difficult boss, I assure you. I think it will be funny if I kill the Bed of Chaos with an R2. So I'm going to try to do that. Excuse me. Fog metal, okay. I figured it was one of those genres. HRT is very, very nice. Very genuinely life-changing. It's very nice. I should put on the orange shard ring. I'm gonna unequip the weapon, actually, just so I don't have to mid-roll the whole time. Progesterone did a lot to me, luckily. Well, I say luckily, but that's because I wanted those effects, and that's why I wanted estrogen, or any progesterone in the first place. But, you know. You know, I assume you are doing online, because I feel like it would be hard to mute a in-person thing. Oh, pardon me. So is it like recorded? Is that something you could go back and watch? I don't have blockers at all. I don't need them. My testosterone levels are extremely low for some reason. Are we back, please? My testosterone levels are very low with only estrogen. I think, like, I don't remember what the measurement is, but it's like the goal is under 50 and mine is like 20 or 30 or something. So mine is very low with only estrogen, and I am very, very lucky for that, so I don't need blockers at all. And I feel like if I was on Spyro and progesterone, I would piss constantly. So I'm very glad I don't have to be on Spyro. Spyro the Dragon is trans. I have seen artwork similar to that. SPIRO, spironolactone. It's a testosterone blocker, is what I was referring to. No small round things. I've seen some pretty good art. Maybe I should post them to the Discord after this stream, if I remember. If somebody reminds me, I will. Yeah, progesterone already made me pee a lot, and that was like the only negative of progesterone. But if I was on Spyro too, Jesus. Alright. Hopefully I can first try a bit of chaos. We should be fine. Oops. Oop, everything's fine. Like I said. I had the opposite issue? I drink a lot of water though. Like, my job is mostly talking. Not mostly talking, but a good chunk of my job is talking, which probably doesn't help with that. This stream alone, I drank over half a gallon of water, and I definitely need to pee soon, but I think the bathroom is occupied. I'm not sure. But, you know, drinking half a gallon of water in the span of 2 hours, I feel like is more than average. That's not the only thing that's more than average. I don't know. Yes, please drink water. Drink more water. Drink more water than you feel you need to. Though not necessarily so much that you're constantly drinking water, because water intoxication is a thing and it is so terrible. I've been water intoxicated one time and that was so terrible. Okay. Swipe, and then you went to the middle. Super inconsistent and difficult boss. I hate this boss. It is so bad. No! I almost ate my words. That would have been really funny though. I'm going to whip the axe just so I can use the R2. Just because it'll be funny. 1200 damage. Okay. Put that back on. I try not to drink any water before bed, because if I do, I will have to get up and go pee, and I hate getting up in the middle of the night to go pee, because I like sleeping and just sleeping through the whole night, instead of having to get up, because, you know. So, like, 2 hours before I go to sleep until I wake up, I don't drink any water. When I got water intoxication, it was like a gallon and a half of water in about 7 hours? 6 or 7 hours? It was way too much.
You sorry fool. You could not be
Brain of Cthulhu. Shadow of the Erd Tree, when that came out, somebody was talking about Symphony of the Night, relatively near someone else talking about Shadow of the Erd Tree, and Symphony of the Night is abbreviated SOTN, and Shadow of the Erd Tree is SOTE. So instead of reading Symphony of the Night, I read it as Shadow of the Nerd Tree, and I think that's really funny. Yeah, I had a lot of salt is the thing. Like as soon as I got home, because that was like in high school, I drank a ton of water, and then as soon as I got home, I started eating a bunch of salt, but you know, obviously still had water intoxication, because it doesn't just get rid of it. Oh, right, I forgot the necromancer's here. Salt water is tasty? Personally, I do not enjoy salt water very much, but I do like salty foods. Right, I don't know, I also have a lot of health and a lot of damage, so I probably should have upgraded my Estus at least a little bit, but it's fine. Definitely gonna put these here for later, though. Salty treats. YouTube doesn't have many inherently libido-fueled emotes, unfortunately. I think I can do channel emotes since I have members and we're back. I think I can do channel emotes, like YouTube channel emotes, for members, but I don't know what I would do for that, and I'm not exactly sure how to do it in the first place. R2. Yippee! No! Angry water. Personally, I don't like sparkling water just because I don't like the taste of the carbonation in isolation. I think it's really good in like soda, obviously, but or like, you know, sweet soda, but soda water isn't my favorite thing. Water with pockets of gas. I don't know. I like the texture personally, but the taste is just bleh to me. Oh, that was weird. Windy water. Nope, I'm dropping frames now instead of disconnecting. I guess that's slightly better. Hey, I need to like actually pay attention so I don't end up running off a ledge. 1 second. I need to not look at chat for a moment. Because otherwise I will definitely run off of an edge in this stupid spot. Natural spring sparkling water? I forgot that was even a thing. I had bottled water, or like I took a plane out of state. Oops, I forgot. Go. I took a plane out of state, and that was my first time flying. But in the airport, we got bottled water, and it was, I think, Aquafina or something, and it was just not good compared to the cheaper, like, I don't remember what it's called. It's like a red label, like spring water or mountain water or something, and that's just so much better. That's not. Anyway, that's exactly what I was hoping wouldn't happen. But the cheaper bottled water just tastes better to me. Mountain juice. I feel like that's a more fitting name for a Mountain Dew than water. I don't like water with fruit in it either, just because the taste is too minor, and instead of being like a nice addition, it just feels gross and watered down. Like, I don't know, not my thing. I say that, but also, like, if anything gets you to drink water, do that if you need to do it to drink water. I know a lot of people make fun of like the water of the day TikToks or whatever, but you know, if it makes you drink water and it helps you stay hydrated, then there's no reason to not do it, especially since being hydrated is better than not. Yeah, thinner juice. LaCroix. Ugh. I do not like LaCroix. I'm not exactly sure why I grabbed that, to be honest. Ugh, ouchie. Sprite has such a strong and like gross flavor too. Something like lemon lime ice I think is just better than like 7-Up or Sprite or whatever. I think those are gross. Oh no. Well, I have an idea. La Croix. I do personally enjoy water itself, but I know that's not a universal opinion. A liter of water, but exclusively from eating apples. Okay, let's see if the block works. Nito, why? No, please. I said Nito wouldn't be that bad, but I wasn't expecting him to do this. Okay, I suppose that was better than that not happening. The stagger on the skeleton. Stop! Jesus. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. Nito's best hitbox right there. With... I don't want to die to Nito. Hey, thanks. Appreciate that. Thanks! That's really helpful. Low high blast. We're good. Everything's fine. I think that took out all three. I hope. Stop! Please. I should R2, but I feel like I don't have time unless the skeletons are actively not on me. Okay, but that's all three. Low high juice. I feel like there's a joke to be made about no, weapon at risk, that's not good. About something trans woman juice. But I should probably avoid that for YouTube's sake. Oh my god. There we go. But why would I stop if it's fun? Feminizes you instantly. Okay. DLC time! Yippee! I need to repair my weapon. Creates juice out of thin air. Repair. Don't forget to repair. I genuinely almost forgot to repair again. ADHD. I hardly know her. I don't like the implications being made about lemonade. I probably won't need to repair for the rest of the run. I might use R2s on like Calamite. Not Calamite. Manus. I don't know why I grabbed that. If he uses the magic ring attack. Right to repair it, Les? God, I wish that was true of real life. Another instance where the Dark Souls universe is better than our own. For being like an apocalyptic, like, dystopian nightmare. Seems pretty good sometimes. Lemonade. Yeah, true. The Dark Souls world also has Priscilla. The trains run on time. I don't know, I feel like it's pretty easy to control traffic when you don't have any. War kinks. I'm gonna choose to believe that that wasn't intentional, but if that was intentional, correct me, but that is really funny. You poise tank. Get high damage and poise tank. I made the gargoyles run on time. The Batwing demons. Nameless kink. Jesus Christ. I feel like Ivory Kink is just another name for like Those rich people getting ivory furniture and whatever. Oh wait, I forgot I'm only level 65. Because I have so much strength. Iron Kink is like bondage, but with metal handcuffs. The Kink's Aegis. What does that entail, do you think? I'm definitely getting hit. Yep, okay. Fine. Sometimes I wish the Sanctuary Guardian had more health. This is one of those times. Ouch. The old Demon Kink. Kink's ring. I feel like the nameless kink is like when you want to use a pet name, but you don't know any like gender neutral pet names for your non-binary partner. A rat kink? Ew. I don't like that one. That one makes me uncomfortable, I think. Oh my god, the kink field games. See this? This is the instance where you can run under Calamite when he lands on the bridge. That was brought up earlier. I don't remember who said that. Ouch. But if you're still here, whoever said that. Oh, I'm pretty sure you can dodge through that stagger there, but I'm not good enough at the game to do that, I guess. Kink's Passage. Oh, my hair is on my eyes. Ugh. I'm wearing headphones, and my game sound is coming through my monitor, and I don't have it. Oh, and the stream is back. I guess it cut off. I just said I have my headphones on, even though there's no sound coming through them. I'm not sure why. But it is more comfortable, I guess. Yeah, Artorias shouldn't be too difficult. I just kind of gotta play semi-cautiously. And you can sprint straight to Manus. And then Gwen will be extremely easy with the Hornet Ring. Yeah, it's just Artorias. It's one of the easy ones. Daddy of the Abyss. I think Pontiff Sullivan is one of the worst bosses in Dark Souls 3, and I know that's a very unpopular opinion, but I'd probably just restart the randomizer at that point. I don't know. Actually, I'd probably just learn to parry, because that's probably the reason I don't like Pontiff, because I just don't know how to parry him. Oh, is it 2? It is 2. Ouchie. I really want to do... I started a Soul Level 1 playthrough of Dark Souls 3, and I stopped at Pontiff. I never ended up beating Pontiff in that run. It was because I didn't want to learn how to parry, but I do eventually want to go back and do that, so... Let me heal. There we go. Oh god. Everything's fine. To be fair, that second heal was pretty greedy. Everything's fine. I don't know, randomizers, I hear that a lot, but randomizers don't feel like they fundamentally change how the game feels for me, because you're just doing the same thing, but you're doing it in a slightly different order, right? I don't know. I do not like Artorias. I mean, I like Artorias. I don't like Artorias as much as, like, Sanctuary Guardian. Just because the fight doesn't, like, it feels like a dance, but in the sense that you already know what you're going to do. You just need to perform it. Because it's just like there's a solid response to every single attack. It's like in Dark Souls 3, most bosses is just roll, attack, roll, attack. That's kind of just what Artorias is. While with something like, yeah, it's a rote, exactly. That's the exact problem I have. While like something like Sanctuary Guardian, ouch, backshots, I don't like because, or I love rather, is my favorite boss in the game because it has that element of a back and forth. It feels like a dance, right? But it also has the switch ups from the lightning, and you have longer attack opportunities and shorter attack opportunities. It expects you to make use of more of your moveset. Like the jump attacks are a great way to punish the 4 attack or even 2 attack combo chain. Or whatever. Like, it's so much better of a fight. It just has such low health, and that's like the only problem I have with the Sanctuary Guardian fight. While with Artorias, it just feels really samey the whole time. Ouch. Stop it. What do you mean I can't just say that and move on? I feel like it was pretty obvious. It probably has something to do with the corruption from the abyss. Just like, maybe that's how mimics are made? Or are mimics like just their own creature? Do they have anything to do with like magic? Or are they just like a creature that happens to look like a chest because of like evolution or whatever? What the heck? I've never seen this guy. Oh, it's because I didn't wait for him to drop down. Wow. Interesting. Anyway, I wonder if the mimics being out in the open, I assume it's either has to do with the abyss or because the citizens are crazy and don't know what to, or don't know to like avoid mimics, right? Save the dog? No, I never saved the dog. She's fine. She gets saved anyway, obviously, right? So, I mean, I do fight her. Well, they're not cursed. They're like corrupted by the abyss, which I guess is similar. Excuse me. Pardon me. Gonna go ahead and pay attention to the video game for a second. Overly greedy people get eaten by their bottomless boxes and become mimics. I've never heard that before, but I've also never read the lore of the bottomless box. they're not at half health. Obviously not cursed. Oops. What the? We're fine. But they are just like corrupted by the abyss. Okay. The box of infinite bottoms. Top box, since that's bottomless. Both extremely gay in different ways. Right, mana shouldn't be too bad. Getting topped by a wooden box. Wait, but if it's like my box, then it wouldn't be bottomless because I would have it, right? So can I even own a bottomless box? Because by virtue of being owned by me, it wouldn't be bottomless. Mimic. Yeah, there is absolutely mimic smut, and I have seen at least one. Start a relationship with a chest in TNT. Oh, that's not good. We're fine. Ooh, we're fine. Okay, I just need to get the jump attack input correctly and not accidentally do R2s. Oh. We're fine. I really don't want to be behind Manus, though. I do not know how to avoid the attacks he does when you're behind him. I read undoubted to remember how to pronounce that. Anyway, I read it as indubitably. That's so awesome. The rubble. I'm so happy about that. I haven't... my tactic is to just stay in front of him and wait for attack opportunities. So generally, I'm never behind him, so I don't know what the attack is like or how to dodge it. The thing about the whole four-directional rolling thing, and I've said this on streams time and again, but like the game teaches you how to use the four-directional rolling, and like if you start with Dark Souls 2 or 3, it can probably be harder to learn in the first place. But it very much teaches you when to lock on and how to deal with the four-directional rolling. Like the thing with the gargoyles, right, is they're a great teaching opportunity with how the locked-on movement works. Because you're on a roof, but there are two enemies, so you're probably not going to be locked on. While with something like the Taurus Demon, you're on a very straight bridge, right? So you're only going to be rolling backwards anyway, most likely. Oh, excuse me. So I feel like the game teaches you how to use it well. But with like Manus specifically, he's very much designed to be fought while locked on, because all of the attacks, you know, you can dodge by just rolling backward or forward or to the side. There's not really any exceptions to that. I mean, there's like the magic ring, which you avoid by running forward instead of rolling, but you know what I mean. Okay. I suck at dodging that when I'm up close. I need to like actually pay attention to the video game, unfortunately. Hey, good playing opportunity. Okay. Should be fine. Should be able to beat Manus no problem now. Assuming I don't get caught on rubble again. Stop! I hate that attack. No! I wanted a jump attack. That would have done more damage. Actually, I guess I can... I'm gonna break my weapon if I keep doing that. I was gonna say, I guess I can use it intentionally to do slightly more damage, but I wasn't close enough, so... That's the one attack of his that doesn't feel consistent. Like, it's 99% of the time, but that other 1%, I just don't dodge that, and I genuinely have no idea why most of the time. Okay. Hands of the Abyss. Yeah, it's just Manus. Manus is easy. Oh, wait, no, that's not. No! Everything's fine. We're good. That was terrifying. Because I approached on the rain, that's very difficult to dodge when you're up close. Because I thought it was going to be the ring, and then it wasn't. But we're fine. That was terrifying. Bonk. not be mistaken for a bottom. Where is Dusk? Where did I go? Gotta wake her up. Gotta be nice. Alright. I don't know. Endurance, I guess? Yeah, that was very lucky that I dodged the shotgun like that. That was pure luck. Unfortunately, Manus, or men generally, I guess, aren't really my type.
You sorry fool.
I don't think I'm gonna fast roll, yeah. I'm gonna leave Havel's Ring on until I actually reach Gwyn. I have to pee really bad. I probably should have done that before fighting Manus, but it's fine. I hardly ever fight Calamite on my streams. I've only done it a couple times. It's just like running all the way down to him to activate him, running all the way back up, and then talking to Goff, and then running all the way back down. It's just so frustrating. I very rarely fight Calamite. Okay. I imagine Gwyn shouldn't be too difficult. I don't do quite as much damage as I was expecting, but I mean, it's also just Gwyn, so it's like whatever. Pegba should work just fine. Especially with how much health I have, it probably shouldn't matter if I get unlucky with Pegba. I have to parry. Parrying is funny and fun. We're fine. Okay, Hornet King. Isn't there somebody who actually played Dark Souls using like one of those EKG things? I don't know if it was Dark Souls specifically, but I know somebody played a game like that. That is technically possible. It was Elden Ring. Okay, makes sense. Which is arguably harder. More to think about in that game. Alright. Incredibly. Yeah, very close fight. If I ever get access to something like that, I think that would be a very fun video to do. Darn. I'm sorry, Fen. You could watch stream VODs or something. I don't know. Distract yourself in the Discord. Yeah. Don't worry, there'll be another stream next week. Already seen them all? Darn. This was a pretty good stream. Significantly better than last week's. Alright. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I love you all, and I don't know how to end this.